Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age of Heroes.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today I wanted to give you 5 tips if you're an absolute beginner in the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 game. So this would include my target audience for this video is actually people who has never played a Marvel vs. game before, and people who's maybe new to fighting games overall. So the Marvel vs. Fighting collection is coming out soon, right? September 12, if I'm not mistaken, and that's for the digital version. And maybe you just want to try it out for fun, but at some point maybe, like most of us who played this game long ago, you want to become serious. Okay, so we're just gonna go to training mode right now before I start. So I tried to look back in my experience, and I played the game since it came out. My aim is to make you avoid becoming a button masher in the game and set you up for more advanced stuff later on. For some people, they start with spam characters like Cable, Blackheart, and so on, and like 24 years later, they haven't really improved much.
I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago.
So they fail to develop on the next level that this game requires, right? And that's execution. Some other people will probably give you more general tips, and that's not what I am. And I have methods and approaches to learning things in this game. So if you're still here, before I start, I ask only one thing, and that's be an empty cup and be ready to absorb information. So let's get on with it. So first is the choices of characters to learn. Okay, there's like how many is it? 54 characters in this game, and yeah, congratulations, I've reduced it into just 2 characters to learn from, and that would be Jill and Iceman. And I will give you the reasonings why I chose these 2 characters. Okay, so let's choose Jill first, and then for her assist we'll choose the dash type for now, and Iceman will choose projectile assist. Okay, and then I'm also gonna choose yeah, just Captain Commando, maybe an anti-air for his assist. And then I don't really care who the next characters are, but for the sake of example, maybe we'll choose Magneto, Cable, and Sentinel. Alright. So, why did I choose these 2 characters? Okay, let's start with Jill first. So why Jill? So Jill has an easy air combo, and you can easily connect it to her super. Okay, and it goes like you do a launcher, and then you do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you do half clockwise forward, half circle forward, and then double punch, and then you get this. Okay, seeing that alone, when I play with the people and seeing that they could do this, you know, gives me the idea that they actually know how to play the game. Jill also has pretty good movement. She has good mobility. She walks fast forward, she walks fast backwards, and she has a decent dash forward, a decent dash backwards. Okay, and she has really good buttons, so when jump in, you know, it's easy to like reach the opponent with her. Okay, so putting that together, you could actually combo her low kick into her launcher, down heavy punch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And in addition to this, Jill has she can spam a move that most people in the beginner level, even intermediate ones, and even people who's played the game for a while, has a problem with this fundamental that I'll discuss later on. So let's get on to Iceman next. Okay, so Iceman, so same as Jill, he has a very basic air combo. So he's launcher into super, but you need to do it a little bit faster than Jill. It goes like this, right? And in addition, Iceman doesn't take damage from beam projectiles, and I'll demonstrate that in a while. As you can see, Iceman doesn't take any chip damage. If I change to Jill, however, she takes chip damage from Cable's Viper Beam. I won't expand so much into this right now, but just know that that's one of Iceman's advantages. Alright. Alright, so on to the next point. I want to give tips on the easiest assist to use. So for me, I think that would be Captain Commando's anti-air, the Dr. Doom Rocks, which is also his anti-air, I believe, and then there's the Tron projectile. There's Jin's assist. He has two assist types. I forgot what the other one was, but one of them is anti-air, and then there's another one. And then Colossus anti-air is really good as well. Sentinel drones, I think that's his gamma assist. And then Storm projectile. So I will also go on to the third point for choosing this assist. So I will choose Jill as the point character. And then I will have Storm or Sentinel next. So which one would it be? Maybe we'd go with Storm, okay? And then we go with Captain Commando. So there's a principle I like to follow here. I call it like the MAP principle, MAP, okay? So you have your point character, which is Jill. And then you have an anti-air, which is Captain Commando, and then you have a projectile assist, which can be Storm or Sentinel or whoever else you could think of. So that's map, right? Your main, your anti-air, and your projectile map. All right, and then we're just gonna choose some characters here to practice against. Okay, so now what's the point of having a projectile and an anti-air assist? We're on to my next point now, which is there are two play styles into playing this game, right? One is rushing down your opponent, which is basically attacking, right? And one is basically when you're on the defensive, when you're basically just trying to distance yourself from the opponent, okay? If you do it too much, people call it as a runaway strategy. So what's the point here? So the point of having a projectile assist, okay, is you want to cover your approach, your attack with the projectile behind you. Okay, so think of it similar in the military or police, right? When they're trying to get into the opponent, get a good position, they try to take cover from another policeman or military, right? So if I have Storm, before I attack, I want to call her, okay? Because that gives me cover. That lives like if Magneto tries to call Cable when I am attacking. So let me just set this up for a bit. Sorry about that. Right. Then I'm gonna have Storm to cover me from the attack. If you saw that, Storm hit the assist, right? Otherwise, I would be vulnerable if I would just attack with Jill directly, right? So let's see if I can make a good example here. So like that. Okay, so to demonstrate the point for having an anti-air is that you would probably not be in the offensive all of the time in this game. Definitely not all of the time, okay? You will have your turn, and then your opponent will have his turn. And that's how it goes usually in fighting games. You basically take turns, alright? So, for example, Magneto is trying to rush you down, okay? He's trying to do this and jumping like that. That's when you call the anti-air, okay? Just to keep the opponent off you. Alright. There are instances where you could actually use the anti-air as an offensive tool, but we'll get to that on the more advanced topics. So please subscribe to the channel so you'll get notified when I have those tutorials up. Okay, so the last tip I wanted to give a tip about is about rolling and push blocking. And I can see that most people actually push block pretty well in the game. They learn it as part of their routine. So how that actually looks like is when the opponent is like attacking you like this, you can basically press 2 punches, low punch and heavy punch at the same time, and then that pushes the opponent away like this. Okay, so you get pressure off you. There are instances where push blocking might not be a good idea, but generally you should have this as part of your routine or your reflexes. So when the opponent attacks you, you should try to push block and push them away. Okay. So the other thing that most people neglect or don't really give a lot of attention to is rolling. Okay, you will see many advanced players, they just don't roll certain attacks, and the problem with that, it gives your opponent the opportunity to deal more damage with you if you don't roll. So let's say with Magneto, he does this sweep, okay, and I can basically roll that by doing half circle forward, okay, and I will show you soon. By doing that, I basically don't give the opponent the opportunity to do extended damage on me. So for example, like this. So if I were able to roll that, okay, then I would have avoided all that big damage. Here's an example. Alright, so those are all the tips I wanted to give for now. I plan to make more of this kind of tips and tutorials sometime in the future. So make sure to subscribe if you want to hear about them. And I'll see you guys on the next video.